How's you really would, and welcome to my review for Kirsty. This is from the director of Donkey Punch, a British kind of, situation thriller. I actually did quite like Donkey Punch. I thought it was a pretty intense movie. I felt it had some good performances, and I liked the situation. I enjoyed the movie what it was. This movie I've been looking forward to seeing ever since I saw the trailer for it. I think it was a little while back, a couple of months back. I saw the trailer. It looked like the top of your next kind of thing, survival horror, and I was curious to see it. And it did get official release in Germany on Blu-ray, which if you're interested in purchasing it, it's available on Amazon Germany. You can go and get it right now. It's region B locked though, just in case for you American viewers that are out there. The storyline is about basically a teen girl, kind of a university student, college, something along those lines, that stays behind at actually the campus itself. Everybody's left for the summer holiday, gone back to their parents, on holidays or whatever. She's got the entire campus to herself, and basically this kind of cult fanatic who basically are hunting people down, not under the name of Kirsty, for instance. They just use that name as an actual, Kirsty is evil kind of thing like that. Kirsty's beautiful, Kirsty's everything, and if you kill Kirsty, you kill God, and that type of thing. And basically just killing any kind of women or any kind of thing they deem kind of unfit in a sense. A cult that's basically storming the entire country. Basically our main character falls onto the next kind of victim of this fanatic cult in a sense. The film I just recently watched finishing it is okay. It's very low-brow horror. It's nothing really, you haven't seen before. It's nothing really, I would say, that's going to make you go, wow, bluff, you see, kind of thing. A lot of people compare this to Your Next, and I think this is a poor man's version of Your Next, definitely for sure. But at the same time, it's a better version of The Strangers, because the film does have what I like to call, if you've seen The Strangers movie and how those killers kind of like magically, teleport within the entire movie, this is more of a better take on that, I would say. They managed to catch up quite fast and managed to appear at exactly the right moment in some situations throughout the movie, which can get a little bit annoying and a bit ridiculous. And I felt the first half an hour was a really good setup. I thought the first when they showed the whole introducing the cults and these killers, things like that, and I felt it had a good intro to it. And then you got the whole idea of this character development with our main character and who she is, the boyfriend character as well, and who our main character is. There's not really enough character development for me to actually say, wow, that was daring or anything. There's not really enough. At least with Your Next, and then at least with The Strangers as well, you get a sense of background. The Strangers, you got a couple, they were having a rocky patch, they didn't know if they're going to stay together or not, kind of thing like that. They're in a tough time in that moment, and then shit goes down. Your Next, you got a kind of family get together, a kind of meeting in a sense, and it happens that the girlfriend is had survival training. And to be honest, Your Next did have a lot more layers than that to it anyway. The whole opening of that movie linked into all the whole explanations, the whole reasons for that concept anyway. This one's just a fanatic cult that's basically just killing people because, fuck people, practically in a sense. And the first half an hour was good. It promised a potential. Then I got a little worried as the film went on, because it started to introduce these kind of cult characters, these kind of killers, and they started to do this kind of chase game. Thinking, okay, they're deliberately chasing her, they're deliberately showing up, they're letting her go just to chase her and record her through mobile phones. Okay, it's fine, good setup, kind of thing like that. A better take on The Strangers, where they're just magically appearing here and there. Then it got a little bit silly with the horror, and some of the lighting effects weren't particularly good, and it became more of a chase movie more than anything. There's not really many kills in this movie, to be perfectly honest. It's very isolated. There's very lonely people, and even when the kills do happen, they don't really feel anything special. They just happen. It's like, oh, okay, move on, kind of thing like that. It just got to a kind of a stale point where it's kind of like, it's not really intense, it's not really going anywhere. I was interested for the most part. I wanted to keep watching because people comparing it to Your Next. I want to see what this kick-ass thing comes into it, and it does for the last half an hour, which I was glad it did. But even when it does happen, it's kind of like, okay, fair enough, she's managed to kick some shit into these guys, these killers, things like that. But it's just the last line that she says in the movie really annoyed me, and it's like, if that was poor dialogue, that was really bad scripting. Whoever chose to add that little last line at the end of the movie definitely deserves a slap in the face. it's just like an okay movie. It's a poor man's version of Your Next, a better take on The Strangers. It has some good moments in the film for sure, but it's a very low-key horror. It's a chase movie for a good portion. I was a little disappointed. I was expecting a lot more, and to be honest, there's not enough character development between the actual villains. Like, you know, there's got this main girl, this kind of figure that has like kind of piercings, things like that, and a hoodie. I felt she was kind of menacing figure, and she's done it for the entire movie practically. But it's kind of like, just give me a good dialogue scene, give me something to really like, ooh, okay, kind of thing like that. You know, give me a reason to kind of like maybe fear you, or, you know, something to keep. I mean, even The Tormentor had more of that, and even that wasn't a particularly amazing movie. I felt even that was better than this, to be perfectly honest. So I was a little disappointed. Even our main character, I got a sense that her parents were around or something along those lines. There's just little hints here and there to what her background is, but they never really explore it, so it won't go anywhere. She's a boyfriend character in it, and you gotta know where this is going, don't you, folks? But Kirsty's not exactly a bad movie, it's just an okay movie. You've seen these things before, you've seen it done better. Why stick for second best when you can go and watch the best ones out there already? So there you go. That's my opinion on Kirsty. I hope you enjoyed watching this review. Hope you thought it was informative. Opinions, guys, please comment down below. So in the meantime, I'm just TV.